So if you're going to have a chocolate treat, I am going to urge you or nudge you towards having dark chocolate because it's rich in those polyphenols that, you know, you hear me talk about a lot, and I'll use this word polyphenol. So this is a polyphenol-rich brownie because I'm going to use dark chocolate. So the dark chocolate's going to go into just a glass bowl over boiling water. You can do it in the microwave, but, you know, a glass bowl over boiling water is one of the best ways to just melt your chocolate. Now, these are going to be beetroot brownies.
Oh, okay.
They are.
I'm intrigued. I've never made beetroot brownies before.
You don't look convinced, but I'm going to convince you.
I trust you. Go for it.
That wonderful pigment in beetroot is pretty special because that colour are those unique antioxidants that are present in the beetroot. And actually, beetroot is brilliant for helping to reduce your blood pressure. So it's a good one to include.
I love that.
All right, Tim, if I could get you to crack the eggs in there.
Got ya.
And I'm going to use that clever little monk fruit sugar mix so it brings down the sugar content in the brownies. And it's just so clever because monk fruit tastes amazing. It's actually one of my favourite natural sweeteners because it doesn't have a nasty aftertaste. It works really, really well in your baking and it brings down the total carb load and the glycemic response. I'm quite proud of myself for these ones. I think these are great.
Okay,
you can tell I'm
sugar.
pleased with myself.
And just whip this till it's nice and light and fluffy.
Exactly, you've got it. Now, in with that beetroot, I'm also going to put some extra virgin olive oil. And actually, while you're whipping that, I can be noisy at the same time.
Oh, okay. We've got all the gadgets. I like it.
We do.
That's better.
Silence. Okay, we are ready to start putting this together. So first of all, I'm going to tip my chocolate mix into here.
That beetroot, when you blitzed it up, just smelt so great.
It's the colour. When you get that beautiful beetroot colour through your brownies, honestly, it's a bit of fun. You get purpley chocolate brown brownies. They're amazing. And you know how we do those one-pot wonders where you cook everything in one pot? This is exactly the opposite. This is a game of how many pots can Joanna use in the kitchen.
This is a Tim will do the dishes later.
Oh, good. Excellent. I'm glad you're offering, Tim. OK, so into this, I'm going to sift my flours. So I've got some wholemeal flour. I've got some almond meal. I'll start to sift this in, and then I'm going to add even more cocoa. So this is just cocoa powder going into that. All I'm going to do here is just make sure there's no lumps in any of the flour, but I'm also just adding a little air into this. And then here's the part where you just have to be a little bit careful not to overmix. So I'm going to pour my sugar and egg mix, and then just fold it in, keeping as much air so that this is a nice light and airy mix.
I just can't get over there's beetroot in these brownies, but I love it. I love
Talk
it.
about sneaky veg.
Yeah, yeah, the sneaky.
The sneaky veg got into this. And you know, when I first made this, I just didn't tell, my sons don't really tell me they don't like beetroot, so I just didn't tell them beetroot was in this. I just said they were brownies.
None the wiser.
And they happily ate them, and after they'd eaten them, enjoyed them, I said, you know, there was beetroot in that. Okay. Line your baking or your cake tin, and then just pour your mix in here. And then just for some added extra cocoa, and because it gives a little bit of texture onto the top, you get nice little crunchy bits of cocoa, are these raw cacao nibs that I have. So I'll just spread this out a little bit.
I was wondering what these were.
Do you want to do the honours with that? Yeah, these are just raw cacao nibs.
Yeah.
So they're quite bitter, but they're lovely and crunchy, and they give that sort of dark chocolate hit onto the top. Nice sprinkle over the top. And then this is going to go into the oven at 180 for about 20 minutes. So I've let it cool down in the tin.
Lovely.
Now we can pop it out. And I'm just going to cut it into squares.
Into little snack-sized treats.
Portion control, Tim.
That's what it's all about.
That's part of the story. But you know what? This is such a lovely dark chocolatey hit. I reckon, you know, you only need a square. Maybe 2 if you're feeling like an extra little treat. Look at that. See, decadent little dark chocolate squares, and that is just perfect for serving up when you've got guests, or just keep them in a airtight container in your pantry, and when you know you're hitting that 3 o'clock slump in the afternoon,
Yes.
that's when a little cheeky beetroot brownie is going to nicely hit the mark. How's that? Okay, Tim, would you like to taste one?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Dive in. I'll take the corner.
Beautiful texture, nice and spongy, like you said. I really like that because often with brownies they can be almost too fudgy.
Yeah.
That's sort of a midway in between.
I think so. Good.
Delicious.
You can get veggies into your brownies.